Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode. And in today's episode, we'll be talking about using HTML with CSS. I remain your host, Daniel Michael, and remember to subscribe, turn on the notification icon for upcoming episodes. So, moving on, CSS provides styles to HTML elements on the page. Inline styling involves usage of style attributes in tags and is highly discouraged. Internal style sheets use the style tag and are used to declare rules for directed portions of the page. External style sheets may be used through a link tag which takes an external file of CSS and applies the rules to the document. It can also take um, an absolute URL to an external file that also applies rules to the entire document. So in order for us to accomplish that, we use either the link tag or the style tag, or we use the inline style attribute. The inline style attribute is generally discouraged simply because there might be confusions while styling your document. Yes, there might be confusions. You might encounter issues while styling your document. So the inline style is actually discouraged, although I'm going to show you the three methods. One of which is using the link tag, and the second one is using the style tag, and the third is using the inline style attributes. So using the link tag, we create a style sheet of desktop-style.css in our previous episodes, and we'll be using that same file right now. So in that file, we specified h1, we selected an element or a tag, h1. Now, we can either select elements or tags using the tag or we can either select tags using the element or using an ID or using a class name. Now, in this case, we have used the element. We have selected a tag by its element and specified a rule that its color for all H1 should be blue and a text decoration should be line through. Hello everyone, it's nice to have you join us on today's episode. And in today's episode, we'll be showing you how to use CSS in HTML. So, or using HTML with CSS rather. Um, there are three methods at which you can use HTML with CSS. One is either using the link tag or using the style tag or using the inline style attributes. CSS provides styles with HTML elements on the page. Inline styling involves usage of the style attributes in tags and is highly discouraged. Inline style sheets uses the style tag and are used to declare rules for the directed portions of the page. External style sheets use External style sheets may be used through a link tag, which makes an external file, which takes an external file of CSS and applies the rules to the document. So, like I said, we have three methods at which we can use HTML with CSS. One of which is using the link tag, two using the style tag, and three using an inline style attribute, which is highly discouraged because you might encounter issues. So first, we want to use the external, um, we want to use the link tag to show you how to specify rule set, CSS rules to HTML document. So to do so, we will be using our file we created initially in our previous episodes, the desktop style.css. We'll be using this file, and now we want to select the H1 attributes or tag. No, sorry, H1 tag. So to select the H1 tag, we could either use the tag selector, a class selector, or an ID selector. So currently we'll be using the uh, tag selector. By the time we start our CSS tutorial, we will be talking about um, the class selector and the ID selectors and other selectors, other method of selections. So to select all H1 tags, we use the H1 followed by a curly brace and then our rule. In between the curly brace, we then write our rules. Now we're specifying a color. I will say blue initially. So if you should go back to our web page and reload, you would notice that our text, the H1 tag that we have right here, changes to blue. Our H1 tag changes to blue. By default, it's black. So when we specified our rule, our CSS rule, that says H1 color should be blue. It changes the color to blue. Now, note this. All elements with H1 tag will be colored as blue. So if I should have multiple H1 tags, they will all be blue. But if I should change one to H2, it will be exempted. As you can see, it is now exempted. The rest are blue, while that one that is actually H2 is black. So this rule applies to all H1 tags. So to do same thing using the style tag, we can also write the same rules we wrote right here. But in this case, we'll be adding an extra rule of text decoration. I can say line through. Yes, that's one of its value. Text decoration line through, just as we have in HTML, the strike tag or the delete tag. You know what it does. I've mentioned it before. So this text decoration in CSS line through also do the same thing. So I don't need to specify the tag of maybe I finish writing my HTML document, my HTML, my markup file, and then I want to do a strike through, which I forgot to do initially. I can do same using the CSS tag. So if we go back to our web page right now, you notice that all elements of H1 is now striked through or lined through with the color of blue. So I can also do same by changing the color of the tag with H2. The tag with H2. The H2 tag, I can also select it and then say color to be red. If you go to our web page and reload, you notice that only the tag with H2 color is red. The others are blue. So moving on, I can also let's create another tag here for H3. H3. So the last one will be exempted right now with H3 tag. Now I can also use it to demonstrate the inline style attributes by specifying the style attributes, which will have a value of color. You can write same thing but without the curly brace and say the color should be aqua. If you should go to our web page, you notice that the tag with H3 is now aqua. The color is aqua. So that's how to use both the inline style, the external style using the link tag, and the internal style sheet using the style tag. The internal style sheet uses the style tag. So I can also say in the internal style, I can specify body. You can style almost anything. Let's say background color. Um, I'm going to put this as gray. Gray. So if you go to our web page and reload, now you see it, the web page is now gray entirely. The entire web page will be colored as gray, but it's not actually professional. It's not professional. So you can actually style everything on your web page, apart from the HTML, the HTML tag and the head tag. You can style those. So, but every other thing within the body tags can be styled. Everything within the body tag can be styled using CSS. So with that, I should tell you how to use multiple style sheets. Yes, multiple style sheets. So we can actually have multiple style sheets. We can have multiple style tags, but we cannot have multiple style attributes. Yes, we cannot have multiple style attributes. A single element or a single tag should have only one style attribute, while the entire document can have multiple style tags. We can have multiple style tags. So here I can say mobile style.css. I can also say tablet, and I can also say computer. There's no need for you to have duplicated style sheet just like we have your computer style.css, computer. There's no need for that. There's no need because it's the same rule. Whatever happens in the first one also happens in the second one. So there is absolutely no rule for that. So it is not advisable. So since we can have multiple link tags for style sheets, we can as well have multiple style tags for the same style sheets. We can have multiple style tags for the same style sheets. As you can see here, we now have two style tags, and this is actually not also advisable. I don't advise it because we can use just this one to write our style rules, our rule set. Yeah, we can do the same right here and use just one. But it's advisable to also use multiple like this. It's professional like this because our style sheets will not be that lengthy. Yes. Think about going through thousands of codes. Hmm? So in such scenario, you can actually break your codes into multiple files and then include all of them using this style, using the link tag. You can include all of them using this link tag after breaking them into different files. So this one, you can just have a single file and then you write your rules inside instead of having this one and then also having this. I don't advise that. And it is generally discouraged from using the inline style tag. I don't even use that. I don't use that. I don't even like it. So with this, we have come to the end of today's episode. And in our upcoming videos, we'll be talking about images, how to include images in our web page. I know you must have seen how currently you're watching this video on YouTube. Yes, you'll be wondering how videos are being played on the web. Yes, our upcoming episodes will show you how to do that. But the next one we'll be talking about images, how to include pictures. Yeah, how to include pictures on the web page. Remember to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so, and turn on your bell, your notification icon, so as to receive updates on these episodes. Bye and see you next